Hey guys, welcome to my April free card class to go. Appreciate you tuning in. If this is the first time you're joining in, thank you. I'm so happy that you found me. My name is Teresa and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. Well, before I get into my April card class to go, I just wanted to cover some things. If you've watched my previous videos, you know that I am celebrating my birthday through the entire month of April. I want to spread my joy of getting older with all of you by giving you some extra things. So let me go through that real quick before I dive into the actual April card class. So for my for my birthday, if you place a minimum order of $45, this is before tax and shipping, through my online store. I appreciate if you could do it by 26 April. That date is tied to the free card class to go because I want to be able to give that to you as part of the order. If for some reason you can't make 26 April, just reach out to me because my goal is to give you, I want to pay forward, so I want to give you as much as I can during the month of April. So please don't hesitate to reach out. So with that, what you will get is, of course, this free card class to go, which I'm about to get into. It includes 6 kits. There are 3 different designs, and you'll get 2 of each. You'll also get a kit of any of the cards that I post during April. And the timing of such, I'm pretty sure this video will be out after these 2 videos. So here's one kit that you will get using the fancy borders and the 24 to 26 in colors. And then my other card is the, can't remember, something Delights. Now I can't remember the name of it. But anyways, you'll be getting that in the mail as a kit for placing at least a $45 order. Then also, I have to throw in embellishments, so I've got plenty of embellishments to send you guys. So I'd love to be able to do that. And then if your order happens to exceed $100, in addition to everything that I just mentioned, I'll also send you a silicone craft sheet. And if you don't have this, you don't know what you're missing. I mean, I use this all the time. It stays with me. It's on my desk within reach. So I'd love to be able to send that to you also. So it's just my appreciation for all the support that you guys gave me. We don't typically celebrate birthdays unless it's the grandkids, but I wanted to do something special for all of you guys just to say thank you. So I thought stretching my birthday out was a perfect timing to do that. All right. So today's card class, just some dates. So again, that 26th April, place a minimum order, $45, again, before the tax and shipping. Then what will happen is at the end of the month, 30 April, I'll get those kits out in addition to those other things that I just listed. Those will be packaged and put in a mail out to you. And then part of the free card class to go, I also provide a written tutorial with pictures, directions, whatnot, so that you guys can duplicate the layouts over and over again. And I'll email that to you by 30 April, also letting you know that the package with all of your goodies had been mailed. All right, so let me get all of this out of the way. Let me show you at least the 2 stamp sets that are used in the event that you don't have them. I suggest getting them. I think they're very versatile. You can use them over and over again. Most especially the Unbounded Love. I know if you've watched my videos, you know that this has been well loved. I used a lot of it. Almost every stamp set or every stamp saying has been used at least once, if not probably 15, 20 times. It's the Unbounded Love. It's my understanding, I don't even know if it's still available. It's my understanding it's listed as a last chance, which means once it's gone, it's gone. So if you've been hesitating don't hesitate anymore. Get out there and get it. You'll be able to find it on the through the online. Just type in Unbounded Love, and if it's still there, it'll pop up. Okay. Then the other one, which I believe is going to be on the online. I'm not even sure if it made it through the new catalog. I don't remember. But this is also another one that you can use over and over again. And that's exactly what I've been doing. So it's another great stamp set to use. Timeless. All right, so this is the first card. It's going to be part of your kit. So let me bring everything over while you ooh and all over that. Let me get a little bit organized here. All right, so let's see. I moved my camera a little bit, so hopefully you can see a little bit more. I've got a little bit more real estate here to work with. All right, so in your kit, if you guys are not familiar with it, you're going to get an envelope that we're going to definitely decorate. Put him over there. Then you'll get, this is the piece that we're used to put on the flap. Your card base. The inside is going to be a DSP. I got all these little pieces. These little pieces will be packaged in a baggie of some sort. Actually, all of the little pieces for all of the cards will be in one package. You'll be able to tell them apart because I use different colors, but I just felt that it was just easier to put all of these little, especially these flowers, putting these together in one bag. So then you know when you take them out that they won't go flying. All right, so card base, the inside. This is the inside piece, and then we're going to have flaps that go that way, and then basic white on top, and then a piece of DSP. Now, what I did not show you is how this works, and I apologize. All right, so we have, I don't know what this is called. I'm just calling it a flip flap. You open it up and inside. I just thought it was really cool. Saw someone had one done, and I just changed it up. But I just thought, I just loved the idea of it. It was something different. And it's not difficult to put together, as you guys will soon find out. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get some stamping done and do that. So I need my piercing mat because it's photopolymer. Oh, good. I can bring this down a little bit. It's still going to be in camera. Let me put these over here. I'm going to just put this out of the way. I'm going to keep these little pieces right here. I don't want them off my glass mat because I'm afraid they will get lost. All right, so we're going to use Happy Birthday. And what's great about this particular stamp set is you can change it up, which I'm going to show you because I changed it up on the total 3 cards. And don't forget, you'll be getting 2 of each, so there'll be 2 of these sent to you. So I need the outside, and it's going to be Happy Birthday. Ink this up. I probably should have gotten a bigger block, but we'll see. I think I can make it work. This one I stamped centered because quite honestly I wasn't sure how I was going to decorate it. But this one I'm going to put down I'm going to place it down just a little bit lower just to make sure that there's enough room to put all of that. But you guys can center it if you so choose. Nice even press. Perfect. This stamp set stamps beautifully. It's just nice, clean stamp. All right, so the inside, get that piece, and I'm going to stamp a little bit higher to leave enough room to write a message. And that is going to say, upside down, may all your wishes come true. And you can tell that's a very well-loved stamp image. I use it all the time. It's a great saying. Oh, beautiful. Isn't it nice when a stamped image just comes out really nice and clean? It's just like you want to do a happy dance. All right, we're done with that. Remove this and I'll bring my piercing mat because things are sliding. Okay, so I'm going to do this first just because it's like right there. So this is the flat Stampin' Seal Customers. I'm going to put, I don't remember. Yeah, okay, so there's a bit of an overlap. You will have a bit of an overlap, so you'll have to trim at least 3 sides. And I know I always say it, but just a reminder, before you lift it up, do a twist, and it helps prevent the little strings of adhesive that sometimes you get when you're working with this type of tape. All right, so I'm going to do the lighter side. You'll be able to decide when you get it. All right, and then trim off the excess. Whoops, I almost grabbed my ribbon snips. Don't want to do that. So just trim away to your heart's content. You can also leave it like that, which I think I'm just going to do just because they won't know when they open it up. So I'm decided I'm going to leave that like that. Give it a bigger flap. So there we go with that. One down. All right, put you away. Put things away as I use that when I'm done with them, right? All right, so let's work on the inside. Now, there is a sequence to this, and I want to make sure that there's no confusion. So let me bring over card base. This is going to be the inside, but we have 2 pieces, which is a flat that needs to be adhered to before putting that DSP. And I know it's like instantly you want to do this beforehand. So just be careful about that. So you want to go ahead and fold and burnish. You know, the pieces will come to you already scored. But just make sure that you do a really nice burnish. Fold it nice and neat, straight. Take your time with it because it's such a narrow scoring piece that it's easy to mess up when you're trying to fold and burnish it. Okay, so what we want to do now is we want it to go like this. So I'm going to put some glue right here. And you don't necessarily have to place it right on the edge because this measures whatever that is 4. So you got a little bit of wiggle room, and that was done intentionally. And my glue's not coming out, so just a second. Sorry. I thought I checked it, but maybe I didn't. All right, might have been another glue bottle. I gotta get a couple of them around here. All right, so what we're going to do, I'm gonna hold that with my tweezers. I think you guys can see. I'm just gonna put it right here. I'm just going in just a little bit, not a whole lot, just a smidgen. You certainly don't want it hanging over because then it's not going to fit in the envelope. All right, and then you do the same right here. And I got a little bit of glue there, so hang on. Get sticky fingers. All right, so I'm going to turn it this way, guys, so I can see it better since I'm right-handed. All right. So we're going to do the same thing on the other. And you can take it down further. That's a little crooked if you want, but I like just leaving a little bit of room. Okay, so it's going to be like that. All right, now we are ready to put this. That's so pretty too. Kind of hate covering it up, you know? All right. Put that there. Now with these card kits, I do my best to give you the same colors that I have. But you know, if I run out, I have to substitute, so I'll do my best. All right, so this one is going to go here. Unfortunately, with this paper, it's not directional. So I'm going to glue that down flat. All right. Is that right? It really doesn't matter, does it? Go right here. Center it. All right. Now, let's do the inside. So when you place the inside, what you got to be careful is that you want to center it really, really close to being almost perfect. Almost perfect. What you want to do is make sure that when you close it, that you don't see the inside. And that's a little bit on the edge. So I would move it just a smidgen over. And if you have to, because I'm not leaving a whole lot of room, you may want to cut it down. And actually, I think that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to go ahead and trim just a smidgen. So when you get yours, just double check it. Barely cut any off, but it's enough that, you know, it could mess you up. I mean, not that anybody would. Yeah, that's better. All right, so I'm going to eyeball it. Go in center. If a little bit shows, I don't really think it's that big of a deal. I don't think they're going to stare at it and say, ooh, I can see a little bit. Oh, perfect. Right there. Okay. All right, so now we're going to do the inside. I feel like I need to burnish this a little bit more. Okay. So now we want to put happy birthday. And this is cut to where it should go right there. But again, just double check, especially when you're folding and burnishing. You know, you may go a little bit over. You may extend over a little bit. And then, you know, you may have a problem. So just double check. Always double check my work. Okay. So now we're ready for the decorations. Oh, that's so pretty. And it's, as you can tell, it didn't take long, right, guys? All right, so we're going to put some greenery. Oh, where's my little greenery? Hang on a minute. Ooh, let me run real quick right here. Somewhere here. Oh, my goodness. Sorry about that. It should have been in my bag. Actually, let me double check. Nope, it's not there. Sorry. There we go. All these little pieces. Hopefully, my other envelopes are okay. So what we want to do is place that here. And I just placed it to where when you close this particular flap, you could see it. But, you know, you guys, personal preference on what to do. And then this one goes here with some greenery. And see, by moving it down, I have a little bit more room to play with it, and that's what I like. So, but you know, like I said, when I was first doing it, I wasn't quite sure how I was going to decorate. I was winging it. It's like, I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm just putting a little bit in the center here instead of gluing it flat. And then the embellishment, you know, you guys know I do that later. But you can always fold this up if you want. Give it a little depth there. All right, so, whoops. Put a little bit of glue. And I was going to use the adhesive back, but again, if I send you something that has the adhesive back, I'm forcing you to adhere things completely flat. And sometimes some things don't need to be flat, and I don't want to force you into that. So this, again, this is one that's not going to come to you with the adhesive backing on it already. Because some people might want these little pieces popping up. All right, so we got 3 flowers. I don't know if you guys can see it. We got a big one in the middle, and then 2 on opposite ends. Oops. Turn it so you can see a little bit of that greenery. And let's see. I don't want to interfere with the flap. So I'll bring it down. I'm almost over with my allergies. Almost. Okay. Awesome. Let me close my cap here. All right, this is card number 1 for the March kit. Now, remember, you'll get 2 of these, which is great. Okay, so let me bring over card number 2. I'll let you ooh and all while I bring everything over for it. Move this over. Again, it's another flip, I don't know, flip flap, I guess. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Use the deckled circle. Unfortunately, it's considered retired. I don't even know it's available anymore. I was so sad to see that go. That was another one that it's a timeless. I probably will never sell mine. Okay, so with this second kit, what you get, and I know there's little flowers in here. Let me just, your envelope with the piece to decorate, then your card base, the DSP that goes inside, and then the 2 of the flaps, one here and one here. This deckled piece goes on the inside, which we'll stamp later. This is a white one here, and we'll stamp that. And then this greenery and 1 little flower. And I have this, I'll forget what it's called, but it's the gold thread. And I did see that it was listed as a last chance. I typically do not like this kind of stuff because it frays so easily. And this one does not. There was one before that you just look at it and it seemed like to fray. This does not. So if you're looking for something that's thin like this, I suggest going online and checking it out. And I don't remember the name of it, but I know it's got gold thread in there in the words. But okay, so just like we did, let's go. Let's see. Do I want to do stamping? I'm going to change it up. I'm not going to do stamping yet. Because I'm going to have to do some trimming. All right. Let's go ahead and fold and burnish these 2 pieces. It will come to you already scored. It may be a little harder to see with the DSP. But because it's DSP, be careful folding it because it will fold crooked. Ask me how I know. And then you'll just have to train it, like I'm training this one, to fold in a straight line. And then here's this one. We're going to fold and burnish. And I'm trying to see how I want to do this. How do I want to do this? I'm going to go ahead and glue these in place. Yeah, let me go ahead and glue these in place. I'm hesitating because we have to trim this piece, and I'm trying to determine when it would be best. But let's adhere these pieces first. All right. Okay, so just like we did on the first card, you're going to put adhesive on the part, on the narrow part that is folded. And again, I got a little bit of room, so you don't have to go completely to the edge of the left side end when we do the other one. And you can leave a little bit of room up at the top. That looks pretty good. A little crooked. There we go. And I need to stop using my fingers. Give it a good press. And then we're going to do the same thing. And you need to decide which side, which color you want. I just decided this because I just thought it was pretty, but this would look pretty too with the color. So I'm just going to flip it because I can see better on that side. Put some glue. You know, I'm tweezer girl. Glue girl and tweezer girl. Tweezer girl. Easy for me to say. All right, there we go. Bone folder, Teresa, bone folder. Okay, here we go. Awesome. Oops, this way. Okay. So we can go ahead and glue this piece down. And again, you know, I try my best to keep what I'm showing you, the colors and all that stuff. Colors, you know, be like the Misty Moonlight and all that. It's pretty much like the DSP pattern. That may vary. It just depends on what I have. And I just put them in the envelope so I don't sort who gets what. All right, so now what we need to, I'm thinking, I want to cut this piece here before stamping. So this piece is going to come to you already scored. You don't need to score it, you need to cut it. And I thought if I scored it, that would help you know where to trim it. So my suggestion to you, you know, you guys all have your thing, so whatever works best for you, I would trim it first before actually stamping it to ensure that you're stamping straight. So get my little trimmer out. I'm going to trim away where that score mark is, and hopefully that should line up. And I can't see my score. There we go. The light was not hitting it. All right. And let's see if I did it right. I want a little bit of room, and I'm taking it to the edge, but you don't have to. All right, that is perfect. So now we are ready to do some stamping. All right, so let me get everything out. Let me move this off to the side. We need piercing mat. And what is that? Thinking of You. Line that up. Misty Moonlight. Oops. That was a disaster in the making. I almost flipped the whole pad on the palm of my hand. Oh my gosh, that would have been funny. I would have laughed. It would be something I would do. I pressed way too hard. All right. I evidently do not have a soft touch. This is a brand new Misty Moonlight ink pad. The other one I had, I don't know, it was like it dried up in the center. I know some demonstrators have had that problem. So I got tired of fighting it. And now this one, I guess from pressing so hard each time, I dunked my stamp. All right, let's see. I'll move it over just a smidgen. Nope, stuck. Oh, that stamp's so pretty. Great stamp set, guys. It really, really is. Okay, so we're going to stamp the inside. And I think I said the same thing. Feel better soon. All right, do that. And I'm going to go a little bit higher, you know, to leave room to write a message or just at least put my name on there. Beautiful. All right, we are done. Let me close this up before I dip my hand. Okay. Looking good, looking good. All right. You ever notice on my videos, I always clap. It's like I'm giving myself a pat on the back. All right, we're going to move all this stuff over here. All right, so close you up for a minute. Let's go ahead and put him on. Let's see, yeah, because I have to do the ribbon. You know, I'm feeling brave doing the ribbons on live here. Not live, but you know what I mean. During the film. Because sometimes it doesn't always work out. All right, lining all that up looks good. Where's my brown folder? All right. Then the other one, again, just like the first one, placement of this, you want to put in the middle to where when you close it, it's not shown. And that works. So that is pretty much in the middle. All right, so put some glue. And make sure it's centered. And then my card's not centered. Yeah, go down just a smidgen. Yep. And then just give it a good press. All right. On our way. All right. This gold thread. Let's see if this is going to work. I wrapped it. Let's see. I wrapped it once, sorry. No, I did wrap it. Let's see. I might not have enough on this card. I may not have enough. Nope. All right. You'll get enough to wrap it twice. I didn't give myself enough. Unless I just do a knot. I might just do a knot. I'm going to do a knot. You will have enough to do a bow. Ah, good. I don't have to do a bow on in front of you. Okay. So we're going to do a knot. Now be careful. Do not pull too tight because of this thread. It will definitely bend your cardstock. Okay. So just be careful with that. And pull it through. And then knot. And there you go. I kind of like that. See how I bent that just a little bit? So this has a little bit of give. I mean, it's stretchy. Ooh, I like it like that. Maybe you guys don't want the bow, but you'll have enough for it, that's for sure. I kind of like the knot. All right. What's next? Boy, that was a lot easier than I thought. Ooh, I do like that look. You guys tell me which one you like. All right, so now we're going to put some decorations. So we want the leaf, the greenery. Oops. And I don't know if I mentioned, this is wild wheat. My least favorite, but most used, and it is retiring. So if you like to use it as an accent color, you need to get a pack. And put it there. Oops, that slid a little bit. All right, let's see. And a flower again, just some glue in the center. And I'll put my embellishment later, and I think that's it, right? Oh, no, I got to do the envelope. That's it on this, though, right? Yes, so pretty. Okay, I still need that, so let's do the envelope. I know my customers are happy I'm using this every time now. Kind of fun. But you know, you find what works. And if it works, why change, right? We'll do this side. And I think there's going to be enough, again, for you guys to trim it down if you want. I'll do it on this one just to change it up. See if I can cut straight. Yeah, sometimes cutting a straight line, even when you've got like this flap to help you cut straight, doesn't always work. I don't know why. All right, here we go. Get this out of the way. My floor is going to be a mess, but that's all right. All right, are we done? We done on this one. Yes, all right. Oops. So this is card number 2. And again, I'll put my embellishments later. All right, you can ooh and all over this one. Third one. While I bring everything over. Let me put stuff back so I'll find it when I need it. Again, it's another flip flap. Now, this one, it may have been my first one I did. I ended up shading the circle. I'm not going to do it on this next one unless I mess up. The only reason why I did it, I had a thumbprint actually right there. I can see it. Nobody is going to be able to notice it. But it was such a beautiful stamped image that I didn't want to waste it, so I edged it. And I like it, but I'm not going to do it on this one. So when you get this kit, you may want to go ahead and edge it. I'll show you one with and without, and then you guys can decide. Okay? All right. This one's got lots of little pieces. I remember that. Envelope. And, yeah, see? All right. Okay. Card base, the inside, and then again, this will be scored for you. Now, your circle die may be a different pattern. It's just going to depend on how it all rolls out, but they'll match. Whatever it is I end up using, they will definitely match. And then this will come to you scored also. Then this piece is, the larger circle is for the outside. The smaller one is for the inside. Okay? So let's, what I'm going to try to do, like I did on that previous one, is score. I did not score this one because I wasn't really sure what I was doing. But I may end up scoring it for you, so then all you need to do, just like you did, just like I did on the previous one, is just cut where it's scored. Okay? All right, so let's work on that first. And let me go ahead and fold and burnish so I know. I don't think it's going to be a problem if I score that for you guys, because it just, you know, I just center it and leave a little bit of room. So I don't think it's going to be a problem. But what I want to do, and I recommend, don't stamp until you actually cut this piece, or else it will be possibly off center when you cut it. Okay, so that's about right. Okay, so I'm going to flip it over and get my pencil and just do a light line. So I'm going to trim that piece off. All right, so line them up. I know you guys can't see, but that's okay. I'm just lining up right where I cut and trimmed. You know, it's such a small piece that you trim off. Hopefully the scoring will not be a problem. So if it does not, for whatever reason, if it doesn't come to you scored, it's because it didn't work out and I tried my best. And I'm going to glue that right on the edge, but I'm going to stamp first. Okay? So I think we can go ahead and glue these flaps first, since I already did that, and I can't find the scoring part here. Right here. It's a little hard to see with the DSP. I guess the flowers, I'm not quite sure. Flowers or the color. I don't know. All right, so the same thing with, just like we did the other one, is you put glue on this small area here and adhere it And with this Spotlight on Nature die, I got to be careful with the glue. I think I can do it better this way. So I don't know. You guys can see, right? Bring it down just a little bit. And at least with the glue, I got, you know, whoop, I want that down just a little bit more. I had that too high up here. That's not what I wanted. There we go. I was looking here instead of up there, so you want to watch that too. I forget what I was saying. Oh well. Must not have been important. Okay, so I'm going to flip it over so I can see better. And I think because these are larger circles, it takes up, it's going to be a little bit more of a overlap. There we go. Very, very pretty. Oh yeah, oops, wrong way. I always do it. I always feel like the DSP ought to be in the front, right? Okay, so now we can glue the inside. Oh, that's so pretty too. But it won't match. All right. Moving along. Okay. All right, now we are ready to do some stamping. I feel confident we can do some stamping. All right, so this one is going to say, I'm going to center that, and that's going to say best wishes. Let me close up my glue. Best wishes. And another well-loved stamp. Best wishes. And I'm going to bring it down just a smidgen. There we go. Beautiful. This Moody Mauve, when you first stamp it, it's a lot of brown. But as it dries, as you can tell here, it turns Moody Mauve. And it matches the DSP perfect. All right, so the inside just says happy birthday. Another well-loved stamp image. And I'm going to do up top, leave room. Okay. That's it on stamping. Oops. Put you over there so you can dry a little bit. Okay, what's next? Let's go ahead and glue this. All right. So I'm going to put it right up, almost right up against the edge right here, but you guys can move it over that way just a little bit if you want. And my card keeps sliding. This is why I keep my silicone mat with me at all times, because it works. And let's see. Is that even? That looks even. All right. And then happy birthday. Again, you want to place this in the center so that when you close it, it's hidden. And this size circle die is small enough to do that and large enough for you to still write a message, or at least your name. Oops. Okay. Perfect. All right, so I think I put a bunch of flowers in this one. Yeah, I did. All right, so let's start here. Put one here. Put the greenery here, I think. It's going to be tucked in just a smidgen, I think. Be a little bit different. Let's put a little bit, almost a dot on every leaf, because I want this one to be flat. You may not want to. Kind of do it. Yeah. And this way. There we go. Oop! Uh-oh. Did I bend it? No, we're good. Shoo! Thought we bent it there for a minute. Let me use this instead of my fingers. Must have got caught. Okay, so now we want some flowers. So let's lay them out. So there's one, oh, there's one up there too. Okay. So there's one here. I don't know if you're like me, I like to lay the pieces out first because, you know, sometimes I just change my mind. And then this piece, I don't know if I put that there. Got too close? There. Or there. I'm going to put it there. I had it down here. I'm not sure why I did it, but I just did. So I'm going to change it up. At least change that one up. You guys put it wherever you want. Or if you don't like it, that's okay. You can save it for another project. And I'm going to put one on the inside. I like to keep odd numbered. Just the way I am. I put that there. Since that one's there, that's what I'll do. Change it up. Okay. And embellishments will be put on when I mail it. Is that it on this one? I think so. Am I missing anything, guys? Or think so? No, yes. Okay. Now I'll do the envelope. We're almost done. And hopefully you'll say, you know, that wasn't bad at all. It was a lot easier than what it looks. And I hope you like it. And I hope you like the other cards that I'm doing for the month of April that I'd love to send you guys. I'm hoping to get at least one more done. I'd love to do 2 more, but I don't know. I don't work late at night. I shouldn't call this work because I'm playing, but nighttime is time with my husband. Because he's out on the farm all day long, so when he comes in, I like to be with him and spend time. So, I'm trimming this up. And I'll do a recap of everything. Hopefully you guys are still with me. I hope you guys like these cards. Send me a comment or give me a thumbs up. It's kind of the only way I know if I'm kind of hitting the target or not. All right, so card number 3. All right, guys, so let me bring these around. So we got, let me go backwards. We got card number 3, card number 2, and card number 1. And you will get 2 of each. So that's 6 kits that you guys are going to be getting. You're going to be getting kits for this card and for this card. And then if I end up doing any other ones, you'll end up getting that. And that is for placing a minimum order of $45 prior to shipping and tax. And I will also include a pack of embellishments. I've got a lot to pick from, so I'm not going to run out. No problems with that. So you'll get a pack of embellishments, and then if your order happens to be $100 or more, which is really easy to do, I think you guys can agree with me, I'll go ahead, in addition to all of this, you guys will get a silicone craft sheet, which, you know, you guys have heard me a million times. It's always with me. It's a very useful item. So I cannot find my schedule right now to show you, other than, oh, here we are. So recap on the timeline. If you could place the order by 26 April, again, that's because it's tied to the free card class to go. You know, the other items are till the end of the month, but I really want you guys to get the free card class, because I want to give you these things. So if you could make the 26th April, I'd appreciate it. If for some reason you can't, shoot me an email. I will definitely work with you guys, you know, because it's more important to give than to set a firm deadline. And then again, I'll get those out to you by 30 April. The card class kits, in addition to any of the other kits I end up doing for this month. Definitely these two, plus whatever I can come up with if I have time. And then the written tutorial will be emailed to you by 30 April. All right, guys, that's it. I don't have any idea how long this video was, but hopefully it wasn't too bad. So thank you for tuning in. I appreciate all the support you guys are giving me. Give me a thumbs up. I need to know if I'm on the right track of doing all this stuff. Sometimes it's hard. There's difference of opinions, but thumbs up tells me I'm in the right direction, so I'd appreciate that. As always, have a wonderful week. Lots of smiles, lots of laughter, guys, and happy stamping to you all. Take care. Bye.